pipeline. Okay.
Okay.
So what happens to your Azure account?
Azure account, brother, it's not working. I tried signing in with a different network and a
Okay.
different Gmail address.
Okay.
It keeps saying that I'm not eligible for a free account. I chat
Then
GPT'd it
click
and
on
it's
this
saying
paid
that
option. Click on the paid option.
do I have to pay for that, brother?
No, not much. Like I pay only $1, $2, not more than $1, $2.
Good. Okay.
Still me, for not you. For me, I pay only $1, $2.
Oh, mm, I'll have
For
to see
me,
how
I
much
get
it
a
is
bill
for me.
around $1 to $2, brother. That's it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So now there are different types of pipelines are there. What is that? There are different types of pipelines are there.
Different.
Okay.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
had explained you so many types of pipelines. So one thing is there Jenkins and have a GitHub Actions, Azure pipeline, GitLab CD, AWS code pipeline. There are multiple things are there. There are multiple things are
Yeah.
there. So here
Yeah.
one of the pipeline is there called as GitHub Actions. One of the GitHub Actions. Okay.
GitHub
So
Actions.
why you go for
Yeah.
the GitHub Actions instead of Jenkins? Okay. Why you go for the GitHub Actions instead of Jenkins and somewhere out like Azure pipeline? So this GitHub Actions is also like Azure pipeline. It is also a platform as service. It is also a platform as service. Okay. Okay, it is also a platform as service CA pipeline. Whereas
Okay.
Jenkins, we need to build everything from the scratch. Okay, GitHub Action is a
Yeah.
CI/CD automation tool provided by GitHub that allows to developer to automate, build, test, deployment process directly inside the
Uh-huh.
repository. Inside the repository itself, we can create a CI/CD. We don't need to create any pipeline like Azure or something like Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins. Okay, so
Mhm.
what does it do to automate the task like to build the application, to test the application, to deploy the application, to send the notification, to automate the workflows? We can do the security scanning also. We can do the security scanning also. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. In a simple
Yeah.
definition, a CI/CD platform. What does GitHub Action is a CI/CD platform that automates software workflows. That automates the software workflows such as build, test, and deployment. Such as build and test and deployment. Okay. So
Sorry. Yeah.
what is the workflow? Workflow is nothing but a simple YAML file. What?
Okay.
Simple
Simple
YAML
YAML
file.
file.
Inside that
Mm-hmm.
workflow, we're going to write down that YAML file, which is stored directly in a repository. Okay. It will be triggered by
Yeah.
the event. What is the event? Event is nothing but when the code is changed. It is an event. Okay. Triggered by the
Uh-huh.
GitHub events like push, pull request, issue creation, and node and more. Whenever you push the code, that
Okay.
is event. Whenever the
Okay.
push the code is an event. So this
Yeah.
triggered by the GitHub events like a push. Whenever the push is there, triggered. It will be triggered. Yeah, runs in GitHub hosted instead of okay called runs in GitHub hosted or self-hosted virtual machine called turners. Runners. What is that? Run. Sorry, there is one of the runners. What is that? Runners. What is that?
Runners.
Runner.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
is me. What is my runner? What is my runner? Where the pipeline is run, which where the pipeline generally we have created an Ubuntu virtual machine. On top of we had installed Jenkins and the pipeline is run on the Ubuntu machine. That is called as nothing but an agent. Here also, the agents are not created by ourselves. The agents automatically created by Git also. Here, the runs in the where it is run, it will be GitHub hosted or we can create our own runner also. Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't need to create any
Mm-hmm.
virtual machine. It was already created by the GitHub itself. If we take the GitHub hosted. Okay.
Hosted. Yeah.
What are the key
Yeah.
benefits are there? That is free for public repository. It is free for the
Public repository.
unlimited means for open source projects. If you want to build the Azure pipeline projects for free tier, you need to run pipeline or for 1800 minutes. It is free.
Okay.
Here is unlimited for public.
Yeah.
But in general, the real time they don't create in the public. It will create in private. Okay. If you create a private
Mm-hmm.
repository, then if you have more than 5 users, you need to pay. You need to pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Here is a
Yeah.
built-in CI/CD. You don't need to create anything. When previously we created a Jenkins and we had installed the Java, we installed the Maven, we installed the Git, everything we installed, we had configured with properties, everything we had managed. But you don't need to do here. Everything is managed by GitHub itself.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
You no need to add any CI/CD tools and setup. Okay. Okay. And do one thing, and after that these three project, then do again explore, and like you do a lot of projects are there in YouTube. Okay, just go and do practice. If you don't do practice, you don't explore yourself, you don't get a knowledge, because of DevOps is not easy. Okay, remember that. DevOps is not, you need immense experience, immense like knowledge also. Okay, try to do projects. So many projects are there in YouTube. We have hundreds of thousands of projects are there. From the scratch they had explained. Just go to that. Okay, try to do multiple projects, like at least 20-30 projects, that you will get idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what is this? This is built-in GitHub having a no CI/CD tool setups are there. Like in Jenkins, have plugins are there. There is a large marketplace are there. We have a 15,000 plus market pre-built actions. Suppose I want to build a, I want to create a pipeline for the Java. There is already pre-defined templates are there in GitHub. Okay, in general we need to write on the YAML.
Okay.
Okay, what are the steps? Like in
Mm-hmm.
YAML, how will you write them? Like have a we have how to write them YAML. We have a stages are there. Instead the stages have a stage is there. Again in stage instead have a steps are there. Inside the steps have a task are there. Same thing here also happen. Okay, understood. But instead of that, here they are adding a pre-templates are there. I want to build the Java project. There is pre-template is there. YAML pre-template. Understand? Okay. Having how many templates are up to 15,000 plus pre-built action, around 20,000. I think this is old one. Around having 20,000 built pre-built actions are available here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So what is my matrix builds? Test across the multiple OS versions simultaneously. What is my matrix builds? Test across the multiple OS
Multiple
language
OS.
version simultaneously. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Secrets management is nothing but we can secure storage for API keys and credentials. Suppose I want to give the Tomcat credential, that is called secrets management. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is self-hosted runners are? Suppose in the Azure pipeline also we created one pipeline. The pipeline was run with the Azure hosted pipeline. That is, Azure has hosted this virtual machine. We are run on the Azure hosted virtual machine. The pipeline is run on the Azure hosted virtual machine. Suppose I want to create my own virtual machine I want to run my pipeline on my own virtual machine. I can do that. That is called self-hosted runners. That is called as a,
Okay.
that is
Okay.
already inbuilt Azure hosted runners are there. Also same here GitHub hosted runners also there. The automatically when you run the pipeline, this pipeline will be run on the GitHub hosted runners. Suppose you want to run in production, like I need to separate runner. You can create one runner also. You can create a one runner also. One runner also. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the GitHub actions? Have a main 6 core components are there. What are the 6 core component to do the automation? 6 core components are there. Okay, understood?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have a classic editor here. Like in Azure pipeline, you have a classic editor. We have a Jenkins pipeline, you have a classic build is there. But you don't have any classic build here. We need to write on the YAML. Okay, but we don't need to write on the YAML.
Mm-hmm.
There is a pre-built templates are there. Around 15 to 20,000 templates are there. You just build, just take the template, and automatically the YAML will be there. They're already there YAML. Okay, but choosing the template. We're choosing the template. Okay. For creating the pipeline, first we need to create the workflow. We need to create what? Workflow. Okay.
Very cool.
So
Yeah.
where it is created, the workflow will be created in this folder, like .gpod workflow. What is the location? This is the location, brother.
The directory.
Okay. Whether
Mm-hmm.
if you want to create a pipeline manually, or else you want to create a pipeline manually, or there is a template is there inbuilt in the within the GitHub action, where we need to keep the YAML file location to run the pipeline .github/workflows directory. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
So where we need to define this directory. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Defines the full automation pipeline. So this workflow is what? Defines the full automation pipeline. This workflow contains the all AML based pipeline. Okay. It is triggered by the events. Event is nothing but whenever push the code to the repository, it is event. It will be triggered by the event. Whenever schedule also, we can put the manually also. We can do manually, or also whenever the code is changed, automatically it will be triggered. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand? The repository can have
Mm-hmm.
multiple workflows. Doesn't mean that same repository have same workflows. Having multiple workflows also. You can create a multiple CI, multiple CD also. Okay? Multiple
Yeah.
workflows. So thing is there. If you see this workflow file, you can check here. This is the file where we need to create YAML. What is the location of the YAML here?
GitHub workflow
Any name.
CI.yml.
That should be any name. It may be juhead.yml. Okay? We
Yes.
need to keep the workflow file under the .github workflows.caml. Okay? And when you creating the pipeline, first the name of the pipeline here. What is the name of the pipeline? CA pipeline. Okay? Okay. And what is the event here? Event is push. What it means? From the GitHub, when the Git is pushed to GitHub, the event is push or pull. Okay? The same thing we
Yes.
did in the Jenkins pipeline also same thing here. We have inside the jobs server, multiple jobs are there. What are the jobs are there? Maybe build job, maybe test job, maybe deploy job. Okay, understand?
Mm-hmm.
There are multiple jobs
Yes.
are there. We have build job is there. We have deploy job is there. We have test job is there. Okay, build job and deploy job is there. Okay, understood? So do you remember
Mm-hmm.
that where the agent is there in Jenkins pipelines here? Then this is a runner. There is nothing but agent here. Okay,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
where in Jenkins we have agent is there, our node is there. In Azure also agent is there. If you do Azure also there is agent is there. But here it is not the runner. It runs on the which one
Mm-hmm.
Ubuntu latest. Okay,
Yes.
understood. And here inside this stage we have steps are there. What is the stage name here? Build. What is the stage
Build.
name here? Build.
Build.
Inside the
Mm-hmm.
stage we have steps are there. What are the steps are there? So we need to write down like this actions at the rate of slash checkout at the rate of v4. Okay, we need to write down use case. Okay,
Yes.
this is use case for I will just explain you. And here what is the run? Suppose you are this is the command to run the node.js. Which one? Node.js npm package manager, not Maven. Understand? In case of Maven, it will be mven compile, mven package, mven compile test. In case of Maven, sorry, Java, what happened? Mven compile and mven test, isn't it? Mven package,
Yes.
mven compile, isn't it? Here is the npm because it's a Node.js. If you write on Node.js, you need to write down npm install and npm test. Okay, understand?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the first thing we need to do? First, we need to create a pipeline. We need to create which file? Workflow file. Do you understand?
Workflow file. Yes.
So under this workflow, we need to keep your YAML script. Okay.
Yes.
This inside this YAML script,
Mm-hmm.
you have a jobs and multiple stage and stages everything. Whatever doing you are doing that workflow will be there in the this GitHub workflow. GitHub workflow. Got it?
Yes.
Understand? Now, what are the events? Events are what when to start, like schedule, like a schedule. Events are what start a workflow. Then can GitHub events, schedules, and manual triggers. Okay. Suppose their event is maybe push.
Mm-hmm.
We are from Git to GitHub we push, or we made changes to the GitHub repository. Some one program is pulled from one branch to other branch. That is called pull request. Pull request. Do you remember pull request?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to build the pipeline for schedule like 1 day or 2 day, like 3 days, like 1 month. After 1 month, I want to build like 1 day every day. I want to build like in police sim here given the Jenkins. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is the workflow dispatch is manual trigger from the GitHub. Manual trigger the GitHub. So another event
GitHub.
is there release. Release is nothing but release is created, published and edited. If any have changes,
Mm-hmm.
then release will be created, published and edited. Okay, understood?
Yeah.
If you see this,
Mm-hmm.
like issue is there. If you see this, there is an example here given this. There is example here given this. Here, this
Mm-hmm.
is a branch from the main branch. Another branch is the lower branch, and this is a pull request opened synchronize here. Here given the cron tab. Given the every Monday 9 a.m. you need to build. Okay, understand?
Yeah.
Inside the event is
Mm-hmm.
nothing but we get the schedule or we manually give the event, or event may be whenever the Git to GitHub pushed the code, it is an event. It is a push. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yeah.
What happens when Git to GitHub
Yeah.
is code is pushed? Is an event. Okay, understand?
Mm-hmm.
And if your repository is from merge, if your repository from branch to other, but it's also a one event. Okay, based on the event, GitHub will be run. Based on the event, GitHub Actions
Okay.
will run, brother. Based on the events only, GitHub Actions will run. Suppose event is like
Okay.
whenever the Git is uploaded to the code to GitHub, then this is an event, automatically GitHub will work and again it will do the CICD. Understand?
Yeah.
Next thing is a job. A set of steps that run on the same runner. Runner is nothing but agent here. Okay. Jobs can be run
Mm-hmm.
parallelly by default. Okay. Use needs to create sequential and dependent job. Each job runs in the fresh and isolated environment. Each job is different. I want to run multiple jobs. All jobs are individually run or isolated run. Isolated run. Okay. So what are the
Mm-hmm.
jobs are there?
Yeah.
Like we have jobs are there. We have multiple jobs. Like we have a one is a code download. Again, second is the build stage. Next is the deploy stage. You can see here. Okay. What are the jobs are there? There are multiple jobs. What are the jobs in the first test job? You have a where the pipeline lint here. This pipeline job. We have a
Mm-hmm.
deploy job. Inside the deploy job,
Yeah.
we have a these steps. These are the jobs. These are stage. Okay, stage. Test stage inside task is there. Is the task. Is the task. Okay. Okay. Here, what are the jobs are there? Job. The test job, like build job, like we have a deploy job. These are the job. Okay. So what are the inside the jobs here? Steps. What are the inside the job here? The
Steps.
steps. Here, steps are nothing but individual tasks within the job. Can be shell command or an action. So do you remember in Jenkins we have a shell command echo at the layer at the rate dollar of at the rate some Jenkins 6. So that is shell command. We inside the
Mm-hmm.
job we have a stage is there. Inside the stage we have a steps are there. What is that? See here. Inside the stage what
Steps.
is that? Steps. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Steps. So
Steps.
what are the steps are there? Individual task within the job. Okay, can be shell command or an action. Steps runs on sequential within the job. A failing step stop the job unless continue an error. If the file step is fail, unless continue an error true. If you set as true, it will do the other steps. If the any one of the fail step, then it will stop. It will stop. Okay. What are the
Stop.
actions?
Yeah.
Okay, actions are reusable unit of the code, like plugins or extension or the extension available from the GitHub marketplace from your repository or public repository. Public repository can be Docker container,
Repository.
can be JavaScript, can be composite Docker compose, anything, anything. What is my actions? What is my actions? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
actions are nothing but like
Okay.
we need to create a Docker container. There is action is there in the marketplace. We can add this action which need to do. So if I want to do like I want to deploy a Tomcat, then I add an action. We need to add this action. The runners are nothing but three types of runners are there. We have GitHub hosted runners, and the second thing is self-hosted runner, and third thing is large runner. GitHub hosted runners, they'll use Windows, Mac, and Mac, anything. Okay, it will be
Mm-hmm.
okay. It will be managed by whom? Hmm? Who is managed this one? The runner will
GitHub.
be managed by.
GitHub.
But we need like more parallel. I want to do run more number of jobs at a time. I want to run my jobs for more time. Then we create own runners. We'll create own runners. You will going to configure own runners. That is called as what? Self-hosted runners. Okay. That is called as
Yeah.
what? Self-hosted runner. Okay. So there are large runners are there. We can add the paid features. We can go for the large runners like over to latest paid features. These are paid feature. Okay. So now these are the 6 steps are there. This is the workflow file. You can see here this workflow. This is the workflow. Okay. This is the workflow. You can
Mm-hmm.
see here. Okay. What is the name? Name of the workflow. This is the name of the workflow. Okay. What is the name? CICD pipeline. Okay. So this is the push from the which branch I need to push. If any push or pull, we write down this here the push here. Okay. Okay. This trigger the events from where which branch I need to take the code. from which man we need to take the code. Okay. If it is a push or pull request, it may be push or
Push or
pull
pull
request.
request.
Again, we set this
Mhm.
inside this one. We have workflow file. We have a multiple jobs are there. Okay, see here first again. Suppose you want to create a name of the application. What is the name of the application and version of the application? See this. What is that? What is the? I want to create a Node.js, then version. Which node I want to install? Either Java or Node. I
Mhm.
want to install the Node version 20. What is the application name here? This application name you set here. Okay. Okay. If you created a private repository, we need to give the permissions, like we need to give the read and write. We set a permissions here. That is, we need to take the GitHub token permission. Okay. Hmm?
Yeah.
So this is the
Mhm.
prevent to duplicate runs, like you have GitHub workflows, this minus reference, cancel in progress. There is one workflow is there, minus dollar, you have another GitHub reference. If any other work duplicate runs are there, it will remove. It will remove. Okay, here having
Mhm.
jobs are there. We have jobs inside the job. There are multiple things are there. What is that? Jobs inside the job have build stage. It's okay. So what is the
Mhm.
build? What is the job name? Job name is build. What is the what we do here? Build and test. Okay. Where it is run? On the Ubuntu later. You can check here. You can check here. This one. How will YAML will be done? This is the parent. This is what? Parent. Inside this one, your child.
Mhm.
Two spaces. Indentation to remember. Two spaces.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then again have inside the build have steps are there. Okay. What are the steps are there? Like check out the code here. Check out the code. Okay. When you check out the code, we need to write down like this action at the rate of v4. Okay. Again, we have a setup Node.js and install the Node.js and test and build. These are the steps. These are the steps.
Yeah.
All are these are list. There are how many steps are there? 5 steps are there. All are list. List will be written as a minus sign or hyphen sign. There are multiple steps are there. There are multiple steps are there.
Multiple steps.
Now we're going to do the GitHub Action Java project. What we did yesterday. The same thing we do. For this
Okay.
one, I go to GitHub here directly. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. 1 minute. I start from the scratch. Okay. No need to worry. This is the repository. This is the repository. Okay. Just download from the scratch. We'll do from the scratch. We'll build from the scratch. Just copy here.
Mhm.
Okay. This little bit easy compared to other pipelines. Okay. Mostly used also.
Okay.
There are multiple things are there. We have another one is AWS code pipeline also there. AWS code pipeline.
Okay. Mhm.
That's why I told you that you need to do more explore. Then only get more knowledge. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have very good knowledge, definitely you get a job. Not a issue at all.
Mhm.
And no problem for jobs. Jobs are there. Don't be get panic. It's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't mean that you would replace the
Mhm.
AI. You take a help AI and you can do optimize whatever thing you are doing. Okay. Here I just
Okay.
create a one folder, another folder. This one I keep it its name as a Java project. Java project. I am just starting from the scratch that you can do it. Okay. Okay, right
Mhm.
click here. Go to the show more option. You have to download this one. Git clone. Git clone. Okay.
Yeah.
I downloaded the project. I am inside this project. I just remove the zip. Just remove this zip.
Mm-hmm.
Inside there have a workflow file is there. This have a workflow file is there. So I show you that how to create. Okay, there is a YAML is there.
Okay.
Inside this one, YAML is there. Okay, this workflows. There is already they create. I created one workflow file. This is YAML file. You can check the code here.
Mm-hmm.
You can check the code here. Okay. Okay, what does
Yeah.
do? Whatever the thing yesterday we done, like deployed in the Tomcat, we do the same here also. Okay, the same output you'll get. Okay, by using
Okay.
GitHub. Okay, now what I do here, this is the source code, this is the YAML file. So we have a pom.xml, we have a source code there. We have a pom.xml, we have a source code there. Okay, now again go to the GitHub, go to the repository. I create a fresh repository. Okay, that you can understand easily. Okay, go to the repository here. Click on new repository. Give the name here as Java project. Click on create repository. Now here, go here. We go to the right click, show more option.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need to do the commit. We need to do the commit here. What is the first command? Git init. What is the command? Then we need to do the what? Commit. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Commit.
Because we are doing from the scratch. Git
Yeah.
commit. Minus m. We add here. minus project. Enter. Okay. Then again go to the this one. Copy here. This one. This one. Okay. Add the remote origin. Add the remote origin. Paste here. I think you know this one. Huh? You don't need to explain me.
Mm-hmm.
You have done this thing? I think I had explained so many times. Okay. Again, we need to do what?
Yeah.
Git push origin master. Git push origin master.
Master.
Because in the master branch. Okay. Done. Then enter. The code is pushed now. Now go to the refresh here. Code is now is there. Huh? Code is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Code is there. There is one workflow file is there previously, but we create from the scratch. We create from the scratch. Okay. This is a code is there. This is a source code. This is a pom.xml file, and this is a YAML file is there. There is a YAML file is there. Okay. For creating the pipeline project here, we need to click on the option actions. Which one? Actions. Okay.
Option.
Actions.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? Okay, click on the actions here. Click on the actions here. Click on the new workflow. Click on the new workflow. Okay. You can write down your workflow here. The YAML pipeline we directly copy paste here. The code we have written directly copy paste here. Okay. The code is like this. The code. Okay, this YAML code. You check here. This is YAML code. You can directly copy paste this one. Understood? This is the copy paste. You can directly copy paste this one. Got it? You got it? Okay, you can directly copy paste this one. Or else, okay, you can copy paste here. In which way? Where? You can copy paste here. When you create your own workflow file, we need to write down the pipeline here, pipeline code here. Or else here it automatically suggests the multiple templates are there. Which is the project is there, automatically choose which one, which project is there. It is a Java project. It is a
Mm-hmm.
which is a Java
Java
project.
project.
Now we click on the
Yeah.
configure here. Now it is automatically generated. The pipeline is generated. Check here. It automatic template generated pipeline. What is the pipeline name is there? Java CA with Maven, and branch name is the master. Okay, this is a pull request and master, and push request is the master, and runs on the agent is the Ubuntu latest, and it first step is it will install a JDK, and second step is the like it will run the package. Run the package. Okay, understood? See here inside the stages you have a here are stages, build stage, these are steps. These are the steps. It will automatically populate it. Which one? A GitHub action. Okay. Understand? Now I just remove this one.
Yes.
I don't need any dependency one. Just delete this one. Done? Okay. Whenever select a
Mm-hmm.
template, even Azure also same thing. I had explained you previous class. Here also automatically Maven is taken the this template. Which template? AML template. Understood?
Yeah.
Now
Mm-hmm.
click on the commit change here. Then just give the first commit, give the name as a commit one. Then click on the commit changes. Click on the it asking for the name change. And it is having another name. I'll just because already one Maven file is there. Then AML is there. I will replace it with another name. Okay. I'll replace it one two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now click on the
Yes.
commit changes. Now click on the commit here. Now click on the actions here. Now the pipeline is running background. You click on the actions here. You can check here the Maven pipeline. You can check here the Maven pipeline already running. Okay. Now you can check here the build here. It will automatically install the Java because we had written in the YAML file pre-install the Java. So there is virtual machine background will be created by GitHub itself. You don't need to create virtual machine. Once the virtual machine created,
Mm-hmm.
then Java is installed, Maven install, and the package will be generated. Okay,
Yeah.
package will be generated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, package will be generated. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you see this, I got an error deployed to Tomcat error. Deployed to Tomcat error. Again go to this workflow file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we are not deployed Tomcat yet. Okay. I just open this file and in this one,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I think I'll do one more time. There is an already one Maven file is that making conflict for me, making conflict. That's why I'm getting error. Okay, no
Mm-hmm.
problem. I'll do one thing. Now, this one also I did it. Now, this one also I did it. There is nothing is there. Now we're going to create a workflow. We're going to create a first from the scratch. Okay. Here click on the watch actions. Click on the actions. Okay. Now click on the wall. Here click on actions. We have a new workflow. Click on the new workflow. So you can check here the where it is workflow is created under the directory .github .workflow folder. Workflow folder. Suppose you want to create it manually, you can create manually here. You can check it the manually. What is the location? .github .workflow .main.ml. Okay, this is the location.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Yes.
write manually, you can write down here. But I don't want to create manually because I don't know YAML because of I'm a beginner. And select which one? Java with Maven.
Java with Maven.
The automatic YAML is created now. It is YAML is created. In this one, I just remove this one. This portion I remove because you will get error. Okay. So I'll just remove this one. Then click on the commit and change. Commit and change.
Change.
Now click on the commit. Click on the commit. Whenever click on the commit, the pipeline is running in the background. Click on the actions here. Click on the actions here. You can check here creating the pipeline. Okay, nothing but a CA pipeline. Okay. Now it is building the stage. The stage, what is the stage name you are given? Build stage. Okay. Now build is success. Now you can check here the build is success. Okay. Now you can check here the Maven file. What happens here? First job is started. Then check out the code from the GitHub. Check out the code from the GitHub.
GitHub.
Not install the we need JDK or not? Previously install the JDK in the Jenkins. Do you remember?
Yes. Yeah.
But in the YAML file, we define the YAML JDK, it was automatically installed. Because we define the YAML. Inside the YAML, please install JDK. JDK is installed and Maven is installed. Check here the Maven install. Now is there. Okay, this is the thing. Then here we have a post job actions. Then he has completed the job. Everything. So now build is success. What happened here?
Build
is success. Now you can check the output here, brother. Check the output var is generated. Just show you the var. Check here. You can check here.
Yeah. Sorry, get my web app door.
The same thing we did yesterday. Okay. As per Azure pipeline and also, but this one is easy.
Yeah.
This one is very easy. But you don't need to. There is already integrated CA workflow is there in GitHub. In previously everything we need to manage. Like in a Jenkins we need to manage. Here don't need to manage. Everything is managed by the GitHub itself. Now it is done the CA. Now we done the CA. Understood?
Yeah.
For deployment, you can take anything. Like you need to deploy this one. We need AWS Cloud or Azure Cloud or something like Google Cloud or Kubernetes cluster. Anything. For deployment, I just go to the AWS. We're going to create a Tomcat. We're going to create what? Tomcat. Okay.
Okay.
It won't provide any. It do the deploy also, but we need a provider to run the this war. Okay. We need a Tomcat to run the war. Okay. Now is there? Go to the AWS. There are multiple ways we can create the pipeline. You should know that how to create a pipeline, like either Jenkins, either Azure pipeline, or because you are learning the multi-cloud, either GitHub Actions. One thing is that the olden days, like in previous days, they will ask for only AWS. Right now, the almost 90 to 100% companies they will ask for multi-cloud only. They don't ask for the single cloud. Okay, they don't prefer a single cloud. Almost all companies, not only in India, not only in USA, everywhere. You offer you need to work for the multi-cloud. Okay, now creating launch instance. Do you remember how to create a Tomcat?
Yes.
How to create a Tomcat? Now go to the Tomcat. Okay, go to the Tomcat server for CD. we're going to deploy the CD. Now select Ubuntu. Select a Ubuntu.
Ubuntu 22.
Ubuntu 22. Selected Ubuntu 22. Okay. Then T2 macro, I will create a key pair. Tom key. Then Tomcat runs on which port number?
8080.
Exactly. Okay. So we need to enable the port number. We need to enable the port number. Okay. Add security group role here. Click on the select here our traffic. You select 8080, no problem. It won't get any error. Okay. Now launch instance. Now launch an instance. Now go to the instance here. For CD this one. Okay. We've done the CI. CI very simple it will do. Not a big issue at all. Okay. Very easily you can do. And GitHub can run any type of project. It may be .NET, it may be PHP, it may be Java, it may be Python, it may be Ruby language. Respect of any language will run any project. Okay. I'm going to connect to the Tomcat server. We're going to install the Tomcat. Okay. Install the Tomcat.
Okay.
Right click here. Go to show more option. Make git bash. And paste here. Now click on S. Then update the repository. How will you update the repository? Sudo apt update. Sudo apt
update.
Then after that we install the Tomcat. Install the Tomcat. Then sudo apt install Tomcat 9 minus y. Then we need to install which one? Tomcat admin. Tomcat admin. Send to this one also how to install the Tomcat.
Yeah.
Then we need to add the go to this folder. Go to this folder. Which folder? Sudo cd /etc Tomcat name. Okay. Then type ls. So which file we need to edit? Which file we need to edit?
Tomcat users or XML.
So why use server.xml file? To change the port number. To change the
port number.
So now it will open escape insert. Here. We need to add the script. We need to add the
The
script.
script.
What is the username here? Tomcat. Password is also Tomcat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now copy here and paste paste. Then escape. Then colon WQ. Then colon WQ. What is the next command? Sudo service. Sudo service. What? Tomcat 9. Restart. Okay. Then
Yeah.
how will you access the Tomcat? You click on the EC to connect here. Take the
Port
public IP
and then
address. And
followed
we
by
need to go here.
080.
Port number 8080. Port number.
Mm-hmm. 8080.
Then enter. Okay. So now Tomcat is working. Tomcat is working. Okay. So up to
Yeah.
now we created which one? CA pipeline. CA pipeline. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So again we do the CD pipeline. Okay. But thing is there almost all every project you have a template is to create a YAML. But for Tomcat doesn't have a YAML file is there in the GitHub Actions. Okay. GitHub Actions you
Okay.
don't have a Tomcat plugin. Okay. So the YAML is there, not YAML is there. Go to this GitHub workflow file. GitHub workflow file. So there is YAML is there. Okay. There is do the CA. Okay. CA. In this one, we need to add this code. Okay. With the deployment code, we need to add this code. Okay. What does it do? What does it do? Do the deployment, brother. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
This marketplace, you don't, there's all templates are there, but you don't find this template. You don't find this template. Okay. Inside this, we have a template. We have this file is there. That is the build. That is deployment stage. You don't find this YAML script in the which one? Azure. Sorry, GitHub Actions. I just download from somewhere else. Okay. Okay. So which this is for which one? For deployment. For the deployment. Okay. This is for which one? Deployment. Okay. I just copy this code. Just copy this code. And add to the workflow file. Add to the workflow file. Here, click on it here. You have to click on it here. And add. So if any indentation is there, just copy here, go to the GitHub, set GPT. It will remove the indentation errors. Okay. Or else you can manually sit down, you can change the indentation. Okay.
Yeah.
Just copy here, paste in the YAML. Okay. Added a deployment stage. Added a which one? Deployment stage. Okay. Then here commit changes. Commit the changes. Okay. Okay. Commit the changes. So now you can go to the actions here. Now updated the deployment stage. First it will build. Let me check what happens. Now get a builder. Why? Because we are not given the credentials with the Tomcat with the GitHub. Okay, understood?
Mm-hmm.
We did not provide any GitHub credentials. For we need to add the connection between the GitHub the CI to the Azure Tomcat. Sorry, Tomcat. Okay, for this one go to the setting. Go to the setting.
Setting.
So we have another file is the advanced security. Which one? Secrets and variable. Which one? Under the secrets variable we have actions are there. We have a actions. Understood? In this under the actions we need to create a new repository secret. New repository secret. New repository secret. In this one there are multiple things are there. We need to add the Tomcat user, Tomcat password, and Tomcat URL. We need to use the Tomcat user, Tomcat,
Tomcat password.
Tomcat password and a Tomcat URL. Here give the username is the Tomcat. You need to like them. Okay, you need to given like this Tomcat hyphen underscore user. In the code they had the same here. What is the user password name? What is the username? What is the
Tomcat.
username? What is the username?
Tomcat.
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 Next, go to the new repository secret. Again, add the what is the password? We need to add the password. In the code, we had given this one. Okay, what is the username and password? Now go to the which one? So this is a Tomcat password. Tomcat password. Copy here. Now paste here. And what is the password? The same thing we did. The Tomcat. What is the password? What is the password?
Tomcat. Tomcat.
Add secret. Then again go to the add the URL of the Tomcat. Go to the URL of the Tomcat. Now what is the secret name here? We need to add the URL. We need to add the URL. So what is the URL name? Nothing but a Tomcat host. Tomcat host. Okay. Just copy here. Again paste here and then paste here. Okay. Done. Then after that we need to add the Tomcat URL. These are Tomcat URL. So this GitHub CA will communicate and deploy on the Tomcat. Just copy here and go to the secret in this one, paste here. Okay, and this one we need to remove the HTTP. If you add the HTTP, will get error. Okay, now add the secret. Now add the secret. Done. Okay, done. Now go to the again project here. This is the project. Now go to the actions here. Now we need to do the again have a same thing we do here. Previously it was error is there. Again rerun the job. Again rerun the job. Okay. Now you can check here. What happens here? It's set up. Check out the code. JDK is installed. Maven is run. Deploy to Tomcat open. Post set JDK and post checkout code and complete job. Everything is there. What is the output of the var here? My web app, no? I think it is my web.
My web app. Yes.
In the pom.xml we can check the app name. Where you can find here? We can go to the pom.xml file. Where the web app name is there. Where we can find the web app name in the pom.xml file. Okay. No?
Yes.
So now you just go to this one. Pom.xml file. And what is the name here? What is the artifact ID? My web app.
My web app.
In Jenkins, it is a context file. It is one of the context file.
Context file.
Here is the name here. Then end. Okay, done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you don't need to do here continuous integration. Already added the continuous integration. Whenever the event push, we are in the pipeline code. We have a push is there, pull request is there. Whenever the code is changed, automatically again it will build again. It will do the deploy. Understood? Now we'll make changes
Yeah.
to the. There is an AML. We have written that push. Whenever the push event is there, again do the same. Repeat the same process. Now go to the again project here. You can go to the
Mm-hmm.
project here. This one, I go to the source code here. Generally, we don't change any source code, but generally from the GitHub we will push and go to the main here. Again, we have web app here. Again, index file is there. In this index file, there is a one Java server there. Click on edit here.
Mm-hmm.
Just make the changes to the code. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just make it as Juhab. Make it as Juhab. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now again commit here. What happens? It will do. Whenever I do commit, automatically everything will be completed. Again, it will do the create the pipeline. It will create the pipeline. You don't need to do manually because in the pipeline YAML we had defined that push the code. Whenever the push the code, pipeline need to build. Okay. Now check
Yeah.
here. Now check here and go to the actions here. Now it is doing. See here. What happened? What happened?
It's running again.
Again it is running. Okay. Now it is build
Mm-hmm.
success. Now again what happened? Build success. Now
Build
again to
successful.
refresh here. Now what happens here? Understand? What is the output, brother?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So try. I'll just send these notes to you and try to do the practice and also. Okay, everything. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Just go through one or two times and do the practice. Okay. This is
Okay.
the same project we did in GitHub Actions. Okay.
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 Okay, brother. See you.
Okay.